feeling, Val? Which one do you want to ditch?
Here to commentate the first round of the playoffs here at the 2017 CanadInns Mixed Doubles Championship. Our game is underway. We've got a Chinese team here against Brianne Meekin and Mark Nichols. Got a couple shots in play already. Looks like Last Rock belongs to the Nichols-Meekin team. Both shots have been made quite well so far. Chinese team's getting ready to throw. Looks like they're throwing some kind of a freeze situation on the rocks in the top 4 foot. It's really close to the center guard, sweeping it hard. Realize they're going to chop off. Well, they've guarded that up pretty well, but they're shot stone, so they're okay. It's not the end of the world. Mark's going to try and freeze in here, get shot stone. Taking out in the middle of the 12 foot. That's about as far out as most teams have had to throw to get to the button this weekend.
Line's great.
Sweeping it hard.
Bit of room.
Gotta go little.
Hey.
Says he's got to go a little. He's going pretty hard. Wow. Wow, just a lovely shot. And the Chinese team is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Nice throw. Definitely not up to speed that Matt Pat.
No, I threw that pretty hard.
Yeah.
I didn't want to shoot that hard out early.
So let up.
Oh, that was so close.
Looks like China's gonna maybe freeze down, limit the damage that can be created this end. Maybe hold the green rocks to 1 or 2. This rock's really hanging out wide.
What do you like?
I don't know.
It is gonna serve as a good guard though.
I think we got to try this one, hey?
Through? Yeah, I like it.
I think ideally we want to try to miss
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, goes through easy. Like 3/4 hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, yeah.
So Mark wants to double peel these. Looking from the overhead I'm seeing now, they're actually not shot, so they really do need to get access to these rocks.
Yep.
I think this will curl a little. Nothing down the middle, hey? Heads up, Mike.
Heads up, Mike. Yeah.
Not exactly what Mark would have liked here. He would have really liked to make both of them go away.
Sorry, what a bad throw.
Probably gonna see another guard from the Chinese team.
Never changed the angles up here.
They guarding or?
They didn't motion anything. They do what do you like?
If they guard?
Yeah.
Almost like
Or
try
run it
to
in.
run something straight back.
Yeah. It's the forehand or the one thing's going.
Yeah, if we go.
Yeah. It's nose.
Yeah, pretty much the same shot.
It's a little hot.
I know, I thought it was hard,
It's coming in.
Guard's coming in a little bit warm. Looks like it's coming right into the rings. This is gonna probably create some opportunity for the Canadian team. Ooh.
I don't know if we can afford to play it now.
You like unlocking it? Lining up the one?
Maybe not.
Yeah,
I don't know,
will
we're
it
kind of
line
out
up?
of shot.
I think that is the call.
Yeah. Just come and tap it. Sit on the nose.
Right on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, gonna have to be pretty
Just
gentle.
move it
Hit that with
forward
any
here,
weight. You would,
Do you think
you would remove both your own rocks. That would
you
not
don't
be a
think we
good
could play
shot.
an in-turn through the hole?
Pretty
Withdraw
tight.
weight?
I think it's there, but we sit here.
They're throwing a guard. They're throwing a guard.
What do you
Okay.
like?
Tap.
Okay.
So Mark's just gonna throw a rock down here, just very gentle, move these rocks around, try to create better angles for them.
Mark, leg back 8.
Yeah. Back 4, back 8.
Yep. Hard line. Hard line. Whoa, whoa. tight. Yep. Hard. Hard for nose. Hard. Whoa, whoa. Nice shot.
That's pretty good.
Well, he didn't get shot. Mark said it's pretty good.
That's okay.
As it stands,
I don't know if either team likes
really
it.
hard. We're getting one, right?
Yeah. Depending on where the...
We're talking about moving it.
You've got this one. You've got this straight back here.
Yeah. For two.
For two.
I think China's just got to throw another guard here. I think if they make contact with this with any weight, they're probably going to lose their shot stone. It would go right to the back of the forefoot, and the Canadian rock would probably be sitting shot.
No, sorry. If we know it's the green.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's there for two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you
I think so. Like, is there space? I think maybe just.
They're trying to move it, eh?
Yeah.
It's a tight line. Isn't it?
It's not moving it very far. It's tight line. It's crossing center.
Heavy again for the Chinese. And over curling.
Okay. Well, I think it's just like a heavy draw.
I do too.
And like, is there enough room? Just. I think if we,
Oh, no.
like, this is gonna count, right?
It should.
Okay. And the one, I don't think it's spilling off too far.
You don't think?
I don't think so. Like, if we play weight at it, we're only getting one.
Yeah.
So I think we gotta try and keep the one around.
Sure. Yeah. Hit this. Hit as much as you can see on this.
I think I need like at least back line.
Back line weight. Yeah.
Just through?
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
Okay, so that'd be about here.
I think so.
Okay.
This, I can hold it here. So.
Yeah, okay. I don't see anything else.
No, this is perfect.
Well, looks like Canada's elected to make a play on this, move all three rocks, and try to get the green rock at the top of the button to come straight back as possible, and move the yellow stone from shot stone to the back of the forefoot. And
I think so.
maybe if they throw just the right weight and the angles work out in their favor, they might sit two.
Okay.
They seem convinced they'll sit at least one.
You're just a shade tighter, but like, I think you want to make sure you're like here.
Yeah. Okay. So middle of the 8 foot too much, right?
It's max.
Okay. Yep.
Just make sure you're through. Great weight.
Okay, full line. Full line. No line yet, Mark.
It's really hanging out there.
Got a curl, got a curl. Close. Curl.
And that'll be a steal of one for China. Probably a little bit more weight than Brianne wanted.
Sorry, Mark.
Might have been a shade hard.
Yeah.
Like probably to the bumper,
Okay.
but still probably not nice.
Okay.
Good try. Pretty good end. Like just one shot. And
China, of course, will deliver the first stone here. They've scored in the last end. Try to put this somewhere, probably on the button somewhere. Some teams prefer to put it a little bit closer in the top of the 4 foot. Some prefer to freeze more to the back 4 foot stone. Seems to be the overwhelming majority that teams freeze to the back 4 foot stone. Line's looking pretty close to the center guard here. Sweeping really hard to get it by. And just ticking the center guard. Definitely the last thing you want to be doing with your first rock of the end without hammer.
Maybe a little fresh in this inside.
Probably the most important shot of the end is the first shot for either team with or without hammer. Brianne will try to make a nice one here, put it probably top, maybe bite in the top 4, partway around the guard, or fully around the guard.
Yep, hard line.
Line only.
Whoa.
Line looks nice.
Sit.
Looks like a well-judged rock by Mark. He likes it a little higher up. He likes it up in the top 8 foot. It's a very nice shot.
That's perfect. Great shot.
Thanks. It's minimum ice there.
Yeah. Girls, once it gets closer, hey, like.
I think it came down, right?
What's that?
It came down for sure, hey?
Yeah, that's kind of. I didn't want it any deeper than that anyway, right? So.
You tend to find that you know, the teams they play this path going to the button all the time, and when the center guard gets moved over a little bit, you're playing ice that gets into that center path a little quicker than usual, and because it gets played so little, it's heavier, so the rock starts to slow down a little bit quicker. It starts to curl more into that path quickly. So.
I'll follow it.
Brianne.
China's looking to freeze this rock at the back 4. Really got to go for line and weight. Well,
There's separation, Mark.
Yeah.
maybe not bad.
Back
Pretty
line.
buried.
Yeah. Are they
Definitely
shot?
removable.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
They're just behind the T line.
Yeah.
So Mark's going to try to remove this with
Easy line. Close.
maybe some kind of half
Yep.
weight, back line weight.
Yep. Hard for the roll. Hard. Hard. Go, go, go. Hard.
Get on the yellow. Get on the yellow.
Got it.
Very nice shot.
Shot.
That was the 4th stone delivered this end, which is the first stone you can hit with.
They're gonna try the double and.
The one thing Canada won't like about that is they've, or Nichols and Knapp anyways, is that that they've left a wall at the back of the 4 foot, so the Chinese will likely draw down to that wall and create a difficult situation.
Playing the double.
There.
Yeah. Double and try to roll behind ours.
Well, they've elected to play a hit here. Possibly a double.
Close.
It's close. She's got third of this one.
And I think just barely gets it out of play, maybe.
Yeah.
Or straight draw.
Not shot stone.
Yeah, I don't mind the draw.
Okay. They're playing a run. I think I like this. Try to roll, yeah.
Okay, it's fresh out here.
Yeah. I mean, even if we nose it, it's okay, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna keep the weight up a little.
Mark's going to hit this and try to roll underneath the center guard if possible.
Yep. Yep. Whoa. 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 Curl. Curl. Come on, come on. Not getting much, Mark.
Well, Mark said that was option B for sure. Does leave a pretty tough double.
Definitely.
It's about a quarter of a rock sticking out, which is probably exactly what you want to hit.
Just felt like make the draw really good. You could stagger it.
He's playing the run, hey? You did that?
Is he?
I think.
No.
I like that. I like that ball.
Hit her too. That's kind of what I was thinking.
So she's hitting the outside one. Probably hoping for a roll in. Jamming the back stone, rolling out.
Draws the call now.
Okay.
They only got one rock left, right?
Yep.
And they have to draw rather than hit, because if they hit, they would almost certainly leave a
Looks
double.
like a lot. No. I like your original ice. Yeah.
Okay. Line's great, Mark. Line's really good.
Weight's good.
Is it a bit hot?
Little heavy.
Okay, do you want to come around?
Usually
Yeah.
when the thrower
Line, you
kind
can
of
get
stays
around if you
behind the
do it.
rock, you know it's a
Gotta go
little
for line
bit
if you're going around it.
heavy
Yep.
maybe.
Hard.
Usually you kind of run up and
Okay, go,
try to
okay,
get
bye.
there
Go,
as
go,
quick
go,
as
go, go,
possible.
go, go, go.
Oh, just ticked
No,
off.
no. You sweep it, they just freeze. I prefer them hit. I think. Right?
Yeah, sort of torn between two tough situations there. You sweep it to get by, you end up in the back 8 foot, hopefully not the back 12 foot.
Right on the ice.
China can freeze, get out of the end. Now where it is. China still has lots of options. They can freeze to it, they can hit it out.
Roll under, you're gonna have a halfway to- Well, they might be able to roll under, but that would have been what?
Motion for the freeze. Yeah, it was back 8.
This looked good.
Doesn't take much, eh? Just one rock and then, like, I threw there. And that
Yeah,
back,
yours came down.
and it came down.
You felt like it was hard.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Brianna and Mark were talking, it didn't take much, just took one rock, and you know the ice here in Winnipeg has been, you know, with each rock that goes down the path, it gets considerably quicker, certainly up to a point, and you got to be quite careful, especially in a spot that was slower, and you throw 1 or 2 rocks there, and very quickly it's dramatically faster.
Positive throw.
Pretty nice shot by China. They make their hit
That
and
was,
stick
like, just
and
hard, that
Yeah.
weight.
look to concede a
I don't mind
deuce
that
to
weight, because I saw it. Probably
Sure.
there.
the Meek and Nichols team.
We've seen it a few times, like with, you know, high through, just through.
Looks easy, but nothing's easy in mixed doubles. You're always guessing on paths. You don't get as many. You don't see as many rocks down each path, and you're certainly throwing on more paths that are considerably different than the other. It's not like the whole sheet gets worked in the same across. So
Good throw.
And you've only got one sweeper and you're not throwing at a brush. So
Yep. Hard. Clean, clean.
looks really good.
Clean. Just
Very
clean.
smooth
Whoa.
delivery.
Whoa. Clean.
Good shot. 2.
Beautiful shot. 2 for the Nichols and Meekin team.
You take 7? Okay.
Brienne was making sure that the Chinese didn't want to switch up a rock. You're actually allowed 6 rocks at the start of the game to choose between which 5 rocks you want to throw. The 6th rock you end up using as their pre-positioned rock, and throughout the game, if you feel like you're throwing a bad rock that's slow or fast or curls or straight or whatever have you, you can of course switch up to that stationary rock and put your bad rock as that stationary rock in this competition. It's not that way in every mixed doubles competition, but in this one it is.
Should be close to speed here now.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Line's a little tight.
It's a little light.
Okay, yep. Yep, gotta go.
A little light.
Hard for line. Hard, get it by.
Mark's gonna
Hard,
sweep
you got
this
it.
real hard to get by. Not quite.
It's a little light, hey, Mark?
Yeah.
Man, I'm just fighting that.
Sa?
Just fighting that.
Yeah.
Sliding a little tight there.
China opting for the out turn here. The in turn is pretty challenging. Quite a tight port to come through. You'd probably over curl
Alright,
it,
this has
so
some heat. You like coming this way?
it's really hanging out there. Not sweeping it. Probably heavy. And it is heavy. That is quite unfortunate. They really handed a very
This is half in the forward
big
foot.
opportunity there. Anytime your opposition misses their first rock of the end, if you can capitalize by putting an excellent shot in play, you're highly likely to steal if you don't have hammer or score a larger end
Line's
than
good,
normal
wait only.
if you have hammer. So
Weight should be close.
Okay. Line's great.
Weight's close.
Not moving yet. There it goes. Line's great.
now Mark's going to come down, try to do the same thing, do it a
Just
little
need
better.
full 4.
Settle.
Okay.
I think we want to be frozen here.
Okay. Easy then.
He's maybe swept it a shade too much.
Oh,
Swapped a little bit open.
No.
There you go. He said he didn't think it would go that far.
Downhill again.
Yeah.
Just after that spot's been thrown in, probably got 5 feet faster. Well, opportunity again for China. If they can come down here and put one on the top of the lid, that would be a good start.
Your break points.
Get
much
shot
later.
stone. Really hanging out there again. Needing this one to start to curl quickly. They're sweeping it to curl. And they do have shot stone. They would have liked it to curl a little more, maybe, but that's a pretty good shot. It is going to leave the Canadian team, Meekin and Nichols, the opportunity to draw to the button, take shot stone,
Same shot, yeah.
Same shot.
put themselves in a strong position to steal.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to get, you know,
All these rocks behind
under. Yeah.
Yep.
All these rocks behind the tee line are just about friendly to the team without hammer, especially if you can
Same ice, Mark. Same ice.
put a very nice stone in place. Normal curling, you'd get pretty worried about having all your opposition stones in play, but mixed doubles is a very different game, obviously, and just less time to clean up the house and less time to take advantage of those opportunities like you would in normal four-person curling. So considerably more aggressive strategy employed in mixed doubles, and this one is hanging out on Mark.
Really got a curl.
Looks like both teams are getting a little bit fooled by it, maybe getting straighter than it has been.
Third line was tighter. And we swept
Shouldn't have had you on it.
Some sheets have done that. As you play on the game and you get a path a little bit faster, it starts to straighten out just a shade.
Or come on to the one here.
They might. But if they tap it, then it's
Well, no one really has seized the opportunity yet. China can still put an excellent rock in play here. You can sit a couple at least. Probably not more, probably just two. Looks like they've taken considerably less ice on this shot.
I think it's on the guard. What do you like?
I don't know.
Splitting this wide open.
And they are on the center guard. They are not close.
Where do we want to go with this?
Whoa. Yeah. I don't, like there's
I think we got a guard.
What's that?
I think we have the guard.
Okay.
Like right now, I think you're right. I think our four does go on to theirs.
Yeah, the angles aren't bad for
So-
the force.
Give them one.
Okay, let's do it.
You like that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Sounds like some wise reasoning by the Meekin and Nichols team, realizing that if they try to disturb the forefoot, they might be likely to give up a bundle.
Center line.
Throwing a center guard, they're probably going to concede one, but that would be definitely be considered a win in mixed doubles if you can hold your opposition to one. There's so much more scoring in mixed doubles than there is in four-person curling, so a three is almost like a two, and so on and so forth.
Real tight.
Okay.
A one is being held to one when you have a hammer really sucks.
Sit.
Needs this to stop. Don't leave a hole there to go through.
That'll do. Good.
Probably no hole.
Nice speed.
Yeah. That's a good spot. I don't think they can play anything through the hole. They might be able to, but. Must be just a little quicker than them. They're going to take time on strategy.
No real indication of what the Chinese team is going to play here. Nothing looks particularly obvious. Perhaps some kind of peel to break it open and hope for better opportunity on the next shot. You do have one shot left after this. Oh my gosh. What a great shot. Well, that's the best shot we've seen so far this game. Just an unbelievable shot from China there.
What do we do?
Coercing that rock through that hole. That was
That way, dangerous.
well, impressive.
They're going to give them all stop at 3.
Canada, no idea what to do.
Maybe 4.
Okay.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
No. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think I need a little more ice than you. All right.
We don't have any, like, we can't give them 3.
No.
So this will be the last shot by the Canadian team, Nichols and Meakin. Not sure what they have planned. Looks like they might be throwing a guard. Guard the hole that didn't even look like it existed.
Line's okay, Mark. It's got to curl. It's got to finish up a bit. Finish to center. Finish to center. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Now the Chinese team is rushing down to probably throw their rock through the rings. And they are. You wonder whether they could have threw an intern to
Yellow. Yep.
possibly get full 4 foot and score 3, but no mind to attempt it. Would have been very difficult out in the heavy stuff.
1,
Pretty happy with their 2.
3. Which one are we moving?
I was throwing 1, 2. So the 3 is our guard. Yep.
Well, you can see why these 2 teams have made it this far. They're both playing fantastic. Think of how hard going through that port is in 4-person curling, and then you think of how hard it is to do it when you are not throwing out a broom and when you have 1 sweeper and there's no one in the house calling the line. That was a hell of a shot.
You made the shot.
That was a hard-earned deuce.
No, if I make the guard. It's a 4
Yeah. It's got a couple here. Multiple would be nice.
Chinese team leads off, having scored last. Throwing the out turn. Line looks good if the weight's good. Looking maybe a bit light. They're not sweeping it. Looks like they kind of gave up on it, I guess, maybe wanting to leave.
Out turn side.
I like whatever turn you're seeing here.
Leave it where it was, I guess.
Out? Okay.
Up to speed here, Mark.
Gotta think it's a little slow. Down this, we haven't thrown here.
I like the line. Line's good. Line's good. Room. Room now. Post. Ah! Yeah, hard. Grab something, Mark.
Still looks pretty good, despite having grabbed something.
Oh,
If it did grab something.
Great shot.
it grabbed a bit.
Did it jump up or?
I think it grabbed a bit.
Okay.
Just took a jump.
Perfect.
I think they're pretty happy with that.
Thanks.
Top 4 is excellent result.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
it
good
looked
4
like
or
it.
5 feet
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
They probably wish it was more straddling the center line, not maybe leave the intern freeze for the Chinese team. This is, you know, very important shot for the Chinese team if they want to not give up a big end this end. With it so far. Really going straight. Perfect weight and just not enough curl. Needed another half rocker curl. They didn't do the same thing as Brianne's did, so Brianne was probably right. She probably did catch a little bit of debris or a little bit of a flat spot or something like that. Or the difference in throws, whatever. Now Mark might come down here, freeze this yellow or bump it back slightly.
Yep, gotta go.
He's free to remove it if he wishes.
Hard line. Hard line.
Mark Nichols sweeping as hard as he can.
Hard. Go, go, go. You got it. Hard, 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 hard.
Oh, he's got to sweep hard to get by his green. Quite good. Going to leave the Chinese another opportunity to play the same shot they just played.
Hold it an inch.
You held that. Nice sweep.
Figure give it a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
We know
This is probably one of the best parts about mixed doubles is right now it looks fantastic for the Canadian team of Nichols and Meakin, but if the Chinese team makes this shot, it's going to look terrible for the Canadian team in a moment. So it swings so quickly.
one more miss.
A tighter line from the Chinese this time. That's probably exactly what they need.
Just did the same thing.
Curling a lot. Over curling a bit. Not bad though. Bumping the Canadian stone
Same shot, Mark?
off to the
Same
left.
shot.
I'd like to leave it a little bit on this side, though. Not quite the roll.
Yeah.
Opens
It's
it
gonna
up
be
a little
tough
more if they
to
get
roll
another crack
anyway.
at it.
It's still a piece under.
But this end
a
is
piece
starting to
under,
look
yeah.
extremely dangerous. Nichols and
Gonna
Meakin
say
are
you could
looking
probably
poised
be
to
aggressive and
score
roll right into the side of ours.
That's not bad.
a very big end.
Same weight.
Yep.
Mark's going to remove this, probably roll to the center line if he can.
Yep. Hard. Hard.
Mark's getting his workout here. Lots of full sweep.
Real close, Mark. Yep, yep. Can't hurt it. You're rolling. Hard. Go, 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 go. Oh.
Maybe rolled a hair too far. And a fantastic shot though, nonetheless. But it does leave yet another opportunity for China to put a perfect stone in place and make life very difficult for Nichols and Meakin. You'd think the third chance to make this shot,
One or the other.
Yeah.
It was either.
their chances have got to be good.
I mean, it's so close.
And if they don't make this, they're probably going to pay for it dearly.
That stops 2 inches that way.
Tough shot. She's got way more line on
More
this.
lines.
Yeah, as Brianne noted, a lot more line. The sweeper hasn't touched it yet. Clearly thinks it's heavy. It looks heavy. It's starting to come down, not quick enough.
Hard, Mark.
And Mark will sweep that as hard as he can. That's only 5th shot.
Yeah, basically anything like tolerance
I think we want to be here.
And this is
Like,
everything you can possibly ask for if you're a fan of the Nichols and Meekin team. The Chinese team has literally not made one shot properly this end.
I like the straight guard, honestly.
yeah, like
And they are looking poised to give up at least 4.
they can come. We're still behind 2, maybe 3. I think this is the shot.
Yeah,
Like,
I think I need like getting out to the heavier stuff,
yeah.
eh?
Right?
Yeah, I like it.
I think
I
we
think
have
that's what we gotta do.
Yeah.
Top 12 tight.
You gonna sweep? I got one more.
Oh yeah. Sorry. No.
I'd love it if it was your shot.
Okay.
The tougher thing about this shot for Mark is he's got to go wider into the heavy stuff and take a guess at just how much heavier it's gotten.
What do you think for speed here?
And this ice has been
Gonna be
challenging.
heavier.
If you have to get out there, they don't know how much heavier. It's just heavier.
Okay. Yeah, hold the line. Hold the line, Mark. Yep. Keep it out there.
Weight's really coming
Keep it
down.
out there.
It's not heavy.
Where are you?
Real light.
Well, just over.
He's going to be just over, and it looked like he threw
Good
that
sweep.
harder
He held
than
it
he
there.
threw his draw weight shot,
Okay. Pretty good.
or the last draw weight shot anyways we've looked
Man,
at.
that's slow out there.
20 feet slower.
Oh man, that's crazy.
It's at least 20 feet slower out there. In one of our games, we tried to play the tick shot. We threw control weight at it, and we just froze the corner guard with control weight, control hit weight. It's pretty scary out there. Some teams obviously have it figured out much better than others. Those teams are still playing.
Dead. If he draws a T line, like for shot rock, I don't know if you have anything. You have to try to whip it through the hole and go tick around. That's what I'm gonna think.
I don't think Terrence is there right now.
Or the one.
Yeah, the one's available.
If they're back.
Probably can't see anything, but could play like a back
You might
line.
be able to, no, you can see.
Hack? Could I get it with hack?
Or you can be able to get it with the board.
Okay.
Trying to force to the wide draw through the really heavy ice around this rock that Mark threw. Wild guess on weight, threw very hard, but not even close to hard enough. And this is going to be a draw for 5
Okay.
for Brienne and
It's either that or
Mark.
if you want to
I don't want to go wide because I've been playing this side.
this here.
It's going to come
think-
off though.
We might be able to even come to our 7, but no.
No, I think
No,
to the
I
one.
think we got to try to our 1.
Okay. So I'm thinking like there. So I'm going to be in a new path.
Yeah. This is kind of what you were throwing in draw the button, right?
Yeah, I wasn't getting to center quite.
Well, that's
quite
what
to
it
center. So that's
well,
what we need.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay. But I still think it's going to be heavy out there.
I agree. You can't hurt yourself unless you're like forward weight,
Okay.
right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm thinking like a 14. Just a little more.
Yeah, whatever you're thinking for weight. But I agree. I mean, I whipped my guard.
Yeah. Pretty fresh.
Yeah.
Brienne has thrown this really
Like
hard.
the line. Easy on the line. Got a curl, Mark.
And Mark is just hammering it.
Gotta be there. Hard.
Is he going to get through and
You
get
got
to
it,
the
Mark.
slide path?
Hard.
No.
Sorry, Mark.
If you can sweep it through that heavy stuff, you sometimes get into the slide path, and then you hit the fast stuff again, and it comes in real nice. But boy, it's tough to draw when you got to get out there to the space where no one's been drawing. It's frosted up out there, and just hasn't been seeing brushes or rocks. And it's just a wild guess as to what the weight is. All you know is it's going to be very heavy.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's not.
Just making sure the rocks are in the right position. Team with hammer has a stone at the back forefoot. Since the Canadian team scored, the Chinese team is going to have hammer. Could elect to call a power play if they wished.
Like
there are lots of teams that probably would call it in this instance because they just kind of gave up a big end. They're down by 3. Maybe they want to get some momentum favored back in their direction. Other teams want to keep it right to the end. Some even use it right in the first or second end, which not very many do that, but we saw a couple teams do that this weekend.
Yeah, line, yep. Yep. Over curling your
Is
hair,
curling
Mark.
a lot.
Not there.
Okay. Sit. Sit, sit, sit.
Okay.
Man. Just take it off there.
You're getting some curl with that
I am, because I took here, and that one was like there, same spot. I don't know.
So your draw around the guard going this way when it was off center, really curled.
Yeah.
Your out turn, the last end, you said it looked like it picked.
Yeah.
Really curled. I think that's a cutter.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to
I'll keep it. I'll keep it.
Good.
Yep.
Well, Mark very kind of diplomatic in explaining that. Certainly not just saying that's a cutter, kind of going through the whole logic of that. And
Do it.
Yeah.
Big.
ooh,
Come on.
doesn't look like Mark thinks it's light. I know that feeling. It's terrible. When you let it go and right out of your hand, you know it's a little bit too heavy. And then you're also the sweeper, of course. And
I knew it right out of my hand.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
sorry.
terrible feeling. You want to be able to help it. There's nothing you can do except watch it go down. 10 seconds of misery, 15 seconds of misery.
Yeah. Of course, we great. We almost use our power play to make sure we score.
Yep. You were like tracking for like max time.
Oh, I know. I don't like it. No timeouts.
I could be quicker in the hack on my last one.
I might have to play a run back here. They make a good one.
Okay.
Ah, yes. Meakin and Nichols are having a discussion about the
I have
time.
some on this one,
The
Mark.
playoffs are the first games in this competition that are being timed the way mixed doubles is normally timed at the Canadian Championship level or the World Championship level. So you start off with 22 minutes of thinking time, probably 24 in this case because there's no
I think it's either that or we
timeouts
hammer
for coaches.
our green one this way.
It's not a lot of time to play.
Yeah.
You have to
I
hustle.
don't mind the draw either.
Mark Nichols, world champion. I'd probably defer to him too.
Line will be good.
Back
Rhythm.
four.
Whoa line.
Back four.
Whoa line.
Oh, he's
No line.
appears to have thrown
Got a
heavy
curl
in the
for
same
ya.
spot twice. I bet he doesn't do that very often.
No, no, no. Yep, yep. Hard, 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 hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And he
Good
didn't.
shot.
That's an excellent shot.
Crystal. Nice.
Well, Nichols and Meakin have full control over this end right
It was
now.
6-1. Like, I could play that one.
They're not shot, but it is almost for certain not going to stay that way.
Probably doesn't go too far. But
It would have set up a nice little pocket.
Yeah. My thought was to try to get.
The Chinese team has their rocks behind the tee line. The Canadian team has their rocks in front of the tee line. That is, you know which team has control. The team with the rocks in front of the tee line. And in excellent position. Has them from both sides. Can't guard one side. Can't guard both sides, rather. What are they playing?
You have the right weight, they'll finish.
Yeah.
Looks very
Yeah.
tight.
It's not a guard, eh?
Going to be on the center guard, I gather.
Pretty hard. Do you want me to sweep it in? You got
I
it?
got it, I got it.
Sweeping it. Well, they blocked off the one side.
Tap. Tap freeze.
Yeah. You need to roll off a bit.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we gotta be careful we don't leave them a pocket.
It'd be tough to move them all right now.
What's that?
I think we can do this right now. They don't have enough
You
rocks.
just want a T-line weight?
I think you need back four.
Back four?
Yeah.
Okay, we're trying to hit what, 7/8 high?
It's like 2/3.
Okay.
You just don't have the time to make the decisions together down in the house the whole time. If you stand there and talk every shot out to completion, you'll run out of time.
Full line.
So both players have to have a pretty good grasp on the game,
Whoa.
strategy,
Whoa.
line reading, and
Yep.
ice reading. And
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. 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 Off. Off. Close. Yep. Rhino. Yep. 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 Great.
well, that's exactly what they called.
I like that.
There's the mark. Nice shot. Yeah. Hit it right where I.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
to
is the
hit it.
Chinese team in trouble.
You're probably throwing guard.
Well, they have 2 rocks left. Even if they got to throw them both in a row, I don't know how they'd score.
The steel is really big here, so yeah. I mean, they make something. Whew. I don't know how
The one spills off easy.
one spills off.
4 scoots out.
This will probably outcount it.
The 4 might stick around, but
Therefore,
yeah. Either way, they can't get shot. The 7's gonna come in a bit.
yeah.
We'll be
Both teams
guarding.
doing pretty good for time. 10 minutes left with 3 ends to play is quite good.
On this top green.
Good.
Yeah, Jenna's just throwing a rocket down here. See what happens.
Watch, catch this. Guard.
What does she have? Same. I don't think she has anything on the 8.
Plays this double. There's still a
Concede
steal.
1. So we're ideally guarding the 8. Our 8.
Did she hit this hard enough to maybe? I think she can hit this hard enough to squirt that out and maybe spin in and tap that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have a feeling the 7 just stays, but
Yeah, but where does the 8 go? That's all.
guard both.
I think you want to try to throw guard right here.
Okay. Okay. I like it.
trying to guard what they think is the best option for China currently. I think if China were allowed to throw right now, they would play the double on the green rock that's just outside of the 4 foot, the top 8 foot, play it onto the one on the button. That would concede 1.
It'll finish at the end.
Middle of the 12?
Hitting their own yellow on the center line may still give up 2. So they're going to block the shot that would cut them down to 1. Going for a steal of 2 here.
Line's good.
Not heavy.
Okay. Full line.
Top 12.
Stay low.
So
Line's
it's coming
okay.
deeper than they're
Line's okay.
hoping for.
Sit.
Probably may curl a little more than they're hoping. Oh, that's
Okay.
probably fine.
Sorry, Mark.
Might even be better.
I think it's pretty good.
I think it actually blocks
Got
both
away
shots.
I don't know if I don't think they can score.
Yikes, I didn't think it would be that nice out there.
Yeah, that's looked really good.
Yeah.
I think you probably got in the same path I threw
Okay.
instead of the.
Call on the way.
China may even have to play
Still
the
alright,
top
but-
12 rock
That's really.
into the pair of greens that are in the top 4 foot and button, in order to try to pretty much make almost a triple just to give up 1.
That might be the shot.
I don't know how else they only give up 1.
To the yellow for 1. That 7's not going anywhere. Like ours, I
Yeah,
think
but-
it dead jab.
Yeah, it's just the 8
So
might
would
be
it
able to stay on the button enough.
I don't think he'll be able to get enough of the pin. Just a guess. What do you see?
I don't know. I don't know. What do you think, Mike? Can they score?
Nice see.
Yeah. Well, that's a 7.
I think our 7.
Looks like China's going to run
I don't
their,
know.
their guard back. Hoping to get the best result out of that.
I'll take that.
That's my guard top
Might
8.
be a way to hold Meakin and Nichols to 1. Extremely high difficulty shot here. Needs it to curl. Yeah, there you go. Cut him down to 1. Probably wasn't exactly how they drew it up, but it worked out. Sometimes if you can throw a bomb in there, you never know what happens. Stuff rattles off each other. That'll make the game 7-3 right now. 4-point lead for the Meakin and Nichols team. Chinese team will call a power play. So of course with the power play, the Chinese team moves their rock from the back 4 to just in front of the tee line, halfway between the 8 foot and the 12 foot. And Meakin and Nichols have to move their center line guard over to be a corner guard. So it's a situation that definitely is very advantageous to the team with hammer. Reduces your chances of giving up a steal and creates a context where you're more likely to score big points.
Top 8, Mark?
Same as we've been doing.
Okay. The cutter, hey? Yep.
Looks like the Meakin Nichols team is electing to play a corner. Oh, I was going to say corner freeze, but they are not. They are throwing something to the center.
Line's good. Yep. You got it. Keep it going. Oh my gosh. Sorry, Mark.
Well, they have a center guard. There's nothing wrong with that. That does tend to bring play to the center with a power play situation.
I thought it was a little light,
Okay.
but I don't like
At
that.
least, okay.
Get rid of it.
Shoot.
Mark
I
not
thought-
liking that rock,
I
I
thought I'd be
think.
able to sweep it to maybe top 12.
Okay.
Looked like a tight guard.
Okay.
Might have to follow him here.
I was referring to it as a cutter before. Sometimes a cutter is a slower rock too. China goes around the corner guard. The Meek and Nichols team still can't hit, which is really why the power play is so powerful.
Sure.
So they're going to try to pull the play to the center, draw to the top 4 behind the center guard, force China to follow them. Hopefully through possibly a series of freezes, they'll take the side rocks out of play.
Bit of room.
Be one way of playing it. Be numerous ways of playing this. I don't think there's any agreement on what the right way to play the power play is. Every team has a little bit different strategy, and of course you got different ways of playing it based on what the scoreboard is. I would say based on what the scoreboard is, we're going to see Nichols maybe run something back and try to eliminate those yellows later, maybe with his next shot as he's able to hit.
Why isn't there time running?
Chinese are running the center back. Being down by 4, I think most teams probably would not play that shot.
First shot, Mark.
Yeah. Still not a big fan of...
Still like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Sounds like
So yours didn't do anything here last time.
Mark and Brianne would prefer to play defensive than play offensive here. No sweeper on these for Mark.
Curl.
Heads up, Emma.
You got it? Hey, good rock.
Misses it by a little bit. Of course, the offensive way to play would be to say, look, we're already shot stone. Let's go around the center guard, and we're sitting first and second. And see if they can steal one or get a force. Some risk with that, though, and if you're up by 4, you're not really in a position you have to risk. So
At this stage, okay.
Mark peels off the corner guard, and on the next shot, we'll probably see him play a double on those yellows, unless something better comes up.
When I let it go, I didn't think I pitched it back as much as I did.
No, it's
It just kept going back.
Yeah.
Hopefully she rolls in the edge of the 4th and might make a triple.
Yeah.
Starting.
Okay. Got lots of line for the guard.
Guard's good. I don't mind drawing now.
Chinese look
Okay.
like they're
She's got.
maybe throwing a guard. Looks a little heavy for a guard, but maybe not. Oh, looks perfect. Excellent guard.
Half in the 8-foot, hey?
That would be exceptionally hard to run back, and it's not Mark's own color like the last one was. So looks like he's completely shifted gears here from the defensive type strategy in this situation to the offensive type strategy.
Room. No line. Whoa. Whoa line, Mark. Got a curl. Where are you?
Gotta go.
Okay, really gotta move.
Weight's good.
Gonna have a lot of room getting by the guard here. Does not want to set up a double.
You gotta go for line if you can.
There. Just want to be a little higher.
It'd be like 7/8. Yep, good. Nice shot.
Boy, sure curled a lot at the end. Wonderful curl here at the Granite Curling Club in Winnipeg.
Rock hires
all weekend. Lots and lots of curl.
Rock hires perfect.
Probably we didn't see less than 3 feet anywhere, and during games, I would say the most we saw was about 6, which is
You were saying the same thing on my
quite a lot. We only saw that once.
I think I'm just getting a little more curl in general.
Yeah?
Oh, man. A little soft.
I'm definitely softer. Well, I thought it was softer than you. He's hitting this.
Hitting the outside one here, maybe shooting for the double or roll into the center. Just too flat a double. Really, really, really difficult if it was makeable at all. Huge opportunity for Nichols and Meekin again.
Yeah.
I think we want to lie two.
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree with them. Line 2 would be
Yeah.
would be, in my opinion, the smart shot here. Full 8 foot, and you'll be forcing the Chinese team into either a very difficult draw for 1 or some type of difficult run back double for 3,
5 feet more
which,
than my first
based
inning.
on the scoreboard, they might feel compelled to play.
Yeah. 4 feet. Like, I mean, even if it's top 12 and it's buried,
Yeah.
like, what do they do, right?
Okay.
I think we want to be second shot. As long as we're half in the 8 foot, we're good. Okay? Just let me know the line. I got there right now. How's the line?
Got a curl.
Go behind it.
Looks like Brienne's throwing this
Go around
fairly
it.
hard, but
Nope. Yep,
got it.
yep. You can go
Mark's
around.
maybe
You're
going to
still
sweep
good.
it around to the back.
Gotta come off. 6.
It works.
Still second shot.
Nice shot.
This makes the run back double super hard for 3. I
Man,
think
the
it
struggle's real right
significantly
I
reduces
think
the
it's
likelihood we're going to see
slow.
China play that shot,
honestly do.
even though they would maybe
Yeah.
love to play it and
I was gonna
score a
say,
3-under here and get back in the game.
Looked like you kicked hard.
That said, the draw for 1's incredibly tough, and if you score 1 here, maybe they feel like they don't have a significant chance. So this would be an aggressive call, but it might be just what they have to play to get back in the game.
Good end.
Yes.
Didn't do much more. Like,
Looks like they're decided on playing it.
Other than my first one, where it was pretty perfect.
yeah.
This is a big shot right here, very difficult shot.
Ooh, Brad steals one.
Smooth delivery, needs it to curl a hair. And it is. It's close. Oh, he just barely missed it. And that'll be another point. And the Chinese will concede the game. They'll say that's enough. They're down by 5.
Thank you.
Perhaps feeling outplayed throughout the game.
That'd be partner.
And a very good win for the Nichols and Meekin team. Very, very well played by this team. Demonstrated very much why they're at this point in the competition, and they'll move on to the quarterfinals tomorrow morning.
Remember that, that's all.
Yeah.
All right, and I will say goodnight to everybody, and thank you for watching. This was Dustin Keltoff, and this was the 2017 CanadInns Mixed Doubles Championship. Thank you very much.
CanadInns Destination Centers. Proud to support our community with 10 destination centers in Manitoba.
Founded in 1970 by Leo Ledahowski, CanadInns is the largest privately owned hotel chain in Manitoba. Their 15 facilities and affiliated restaurants and clubs serve 9 million customers annually in Winnipeg, Portage la Prairie, Brandon, and Grand Forks, North Dakota. CanadInns Destination Centers feature the finest in accommodations, food and beverage service, entertainment, banquet and conference facilities. CanadInns prides itself in their commitment to their employees, customers, and the city and province they call home. Being the largest food and beverage operator in Manitoba, their 3,500 family members continue to raise the bar for service excellence and challenge themselves daily to meet and exceed the CanAd certified 4-star service for their properties. CanadInns has been named one of Canada's best managed companies every year since 1997, and for the past 13 years, they have been a member of the prestigious Canada's Best Managed Companies Platinum Club. CanadInns, Manitoba owned, Manitoba grown, and Manitoba proud.
The CanadInns Mixed Doubles Classic would like to thank their many sponsors.